Evidence wouldn't support that. There are farms where farm workers have unionized and increased their pay, and most of those farms have actually grown once they started having unions. And the reason is because right now, partly because our immigration system is so broken, farming is seasonal work. It is very difficult in the current atmosphere of anti-immigrant frenzy to get the same group of workers to show up year after year after year. And so there are a lot of costs for agricultural employers having to constantly recruit new people, train new people, build a team among the people that they have. And those all have real costs to the business. And so if that can get stabilized, if workers are not literally scared about whether they're going to, when they get home, or their kids going to still be there, and when they leave the house from job to job, when they go from California to Arizona, will they get picked up and be able to come back from their home country, and in most cases that's Mexico, when they want to visit family during Christmas, during Easter, and be able to come back to work in the field. All those things can be taken care of by, and there's a real simple fix. It's changing the immigration laws, honoring the people who are doing the work. Then you stabilize the agricultural workforce, the agricultural employers, and this is the big reason why agricultural employers are supporting the anti-job legislation and really fighting for it. It means they don't have to have all those costs of recruiting and training new people and building a new team. And the American consumer will find that actually they'll be able to have produce continue to be picked in this country, have it be safe, and have it at a price that's cheaper than most people around the world get to have.
Are there children working in the fields?
Yes. Estimates vary on how many. Like most national laws, agricultural workers are left out. So the big laws for labor laws in this country are the National Labor Relations Act, which gives workers the right to organize and join a union. Farm workers are left out of that. Only in California have farm workers won, and Hawaii have farm workers won the right to do that. And then the other big law is the Fair Labor Standards Act, which is overtime, child labor, etc. Farm workers are also excluded from those national laws. And in some states, they've won laws protecting those things. So estimates on children are anywhere from tens of thousands to a few 100,000 children that work at some point during the year in agriculture.
The Thanksgiving week of 1960, CBS did a breakthrough documentary called Harvest of Shame. Every 10 years, someone does an update of Harvest of Shame and concludes that not much has changed.
As Edward R. Murrow pointed out, we talked about that Harvest of Shame. It is a really, really brutal thing that we haven't come to terms with in this country. From the agricultural community in this country was built largely on the back of African American slaves. Throughout the years, we haven't figured out a way in the country on a broad scale to rectify really what has been a tremendous injustice. Now, we've made progress. The United Farm Workers, where the unions have been successful in winning union contracts. There are some farm workers, mushroom workers, for example, most of whom now are unionized, are making $30,000 a year. They have health insurance, they have a pension plan, they have paid holidays. These are unheard of for most agricultural workers, but we have made some progress in some places.
It's a very tempting offer. Take our jobs,